Hi, my name is Catrina Centanni and I am an SEA at Notre Dame Regional Secondary School in Vancouver. I work in a department of about 10 SEAs and 2 coordinators, and our desks are right next to each other, so we spend most of the day talking and collaborating and making sure that everything we're doing is on the same page. Unfortunately, you might go to a school where there's separation between the SEA and the teacher, and possibly 2 SEAs that are working with the same student. In our school, because we all work together in a very close quarters, we're talking constantly about how we can work to improve the child's education and also just the child's development as they go throughout their adult life. Being someone who's worked in an elementary school and a high school, I've noticed a huge change in what's happening at an elementary school compared to what happens at a high school. In an elementary school, there's a lot of parent participation and involvement. The child doesn't have very much independence to go out and explore things on their own. But now that I'm in a high school, I'm noticing the students are very independent. They're learning how to do things like pack their own lunch, they're learning how to take transit, and they're also learning how to manage things like money and relationships, something that they don't touch on a lot in elementary school. Transitioning a student from early high school until late high school can be quite challenging if the student is having social challenges. And in high school, not only are they focusing on those social challenges, but they're also trying to keep their grades up and keeping their teachers and parents happy with their academic grades. With that, in order to balance it, we find that working as a group and putting these life skills students together, the kids who are really focusing on not only academics but also their life skills, they can work together as a team and teach each other things that they can't learn at home. If you're coming from a family at home who might not have that constant support of other children around them, bringing them into the high school life and seeing how other people function and how other people present themselves in social instances, it makes it very easy for them to pick up those social cues compared to at home. The greatest success story that I've seen as an SEA working at Notre Dame has been a child who hasn't been able to say hello to a student passing by, going from that and seeing them hold a 2-sentence conversation with this student, the same student. And in an average teenage life, holding a 2-sentence conversation isn't the biggest accomplishment that they will experience in high school. But to an ASD student, it is. It is so unbelievable to go home and tell a parent that this has happened and then see it happening and progressing as the years, months, days go on. I think the biggest challenge working as a team would be the communication that we have with each other. As I said before, I love working on close quarters with my team, but sometimes there's so many of us that we're all not on the same page when working with an autistic student. And with an autistic student, they are used to everything being the same and everything being in order. So for us to be on the same page is very important so that we can give them that consistency. 11 years ago, my uncle, who is blind and who has autism, moved into our house without warning. This made a huge impact on our family, and at a young age, I didn't really understand what to do with the way that he acted and the way that he behaved in our household. But I found that growing with him and facing those challenges with my family made the reward so great and so rich. And my job may not be the easiest job in the world, but it is by far the most rewarding job that you can have today.
Wow.